Okay, students, now in this video, we will be calculating the magnetic field on the axis of a current carrying circular loop. What will be the value of this magnetic field on the axis of a current carrying circular loop, that we will find out in this video. So now I have taken a circular loop, this one, in which I current is flowing. And this is the center one, it will be O, and let this is the axis which is passing through its center, and let us consider a point P here, which is situated at a distance of x from the center. Let this is our x-axis, this one is the y-axis, and this one is the z-axis. Now we have to find out the magnetic field. What is the value of this magnetic field at this point P due to the entire loop? So for that one, we will first divide this the loop into small elements of small length. Then we can add or sum over it to get the net magnetic field. So for that, let us consider a small length element dl here. I have taken a small length element dl. So the direction of this dl will be like this, and let this capital R be the radius of this loop, capital R. So now this point P, at the point P, the magnetic field due to this current element ideal will be given by, for that we need the position vector of this P point from this dl. Let us join this one. Let this R is the position vector. R is the position vector of this point P from the current element dl. Okay, now just see, according to Biot-Savart law, the magnetic field at the point P, dB vector, small magnetic field, because due to the small element, will be given by mu naught by 4 pi I dl cross R divided by R cube. In vector form, the magnetic field at the point P due to this element dl will be given by mu naught by 4 pi I dl R vector by R cube. Or in magnitude, this dP will be equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl sin theta by R square. But you can see that here, the angle between this R vector and this dl element, R position vector and this dl will be 90 degree. Or better, I will take this as phi angle, sin phi. Here the phi angle will be 90 degree. R will be perpendicular to dl, and the sin 90 value is our 1. So you will get the magnetic field dB is given by mu naught by 4 pi I dl by R square. So this is the value of the magnetic field, magnitude of this magnetic field at the point P due to the element dl. Now we know that the direction of this magnetic field is perpendicular to R position vector, hence this dB at this point will be directed in this direction. This is the direction of dB vector, which will be perpendicular to our R. Now, if this angle will be theta, theta is the angle between this small r and capital R, then this angle will be also our theta. And at this point, this dB vector can be resolved into two components, its horizontal component and vertical component. So if I take the horizontal component along this x-axis, it will be our dB cos theta, and perpendicular to it along this direction, the vertical component will be there, that is our dB sin theta. Okay, so due to this current element dl, we have the magnetic field dp, whose magnitude is mu naught by 4 pi I dl by r square, which is directed along this perpendicular to the position vector r. And at this point p, the dB is resolved into two components, the horizontal component and the vertical component, dB cos theta and dB sin theta. And you can also see that this one is a right angle triangle, and the value of this r square is our summation over x square plus r square from Pythagoras theorem. So I can write again this expression for the dB can be written like mu naught by 4 pi I dl by x square plus r square, because our r square is equal to x square plus r square from Pythagoras theorem. Okay, now just see in this diagram, I can say that to this current element dl, there is another current element dl just diametrically opposite to it, which will be situated at a distance same r, and whose magnetic field at this point will be also our dB, and which will be perpendicular to this one like this, because this is the position vector and this is dB, which will be perpendicular to each other, and this angle will be theta. And at this point, if you resolve this dB, again you will get along x-axis the dB cos theta, and along this axis perpendicular to it you will get dB sin theta. You see, or we can also say that for every element on this axis, on this loop, there will be another element just diametrically opposite to it. They will be having same magnetic field at this point P. Like that, to this dl element, here another dl element is there, which will be having the same magnetic field dB. Again, this dB is resolved into its horizontal component and vertical component, and you can see that the magnitude of this dB sin theta and this dB sin theta is same, and they are opposite in direction. So these two, they will cancel each other. So in this case, these vertical components, they are cancelling each other. But you can see that the direction of this dB cos theta for all the cases, it is along x-axis, same direction. Hence, this magnetic field at this point P, due to the entire loop, will be the sum of the dB cos theta terms. If you sum all over this dB cos theta, then you will get the net magnetic field. So I can say that, or you can also integrate. Our B vector will be equal to integration over dB cos theta. You have to integrate all the dB cos theta, or you can also say that you have to add all the dB cos theta terms, then you will get the net magnetic field. So here we know that what is the value of this dB, already derived, that mu naught by 4 pi ideal by x square plus r square. Here only the unknown one is the cos theta one. You see, this is the right angle triangle, here is the theta. So the cos theta value in this right angle triangle, this cos theta will be equal to this is theta, this one is the base, this is the perpendicular, this is the hypotenuse, r by small r, capital R by small r, and this can be written like r divided by, you can see that this small r is our, from here I can write r is equal to x square plus r square all to the power half. So I can write this small r is equal to x square plus r square to the power half. Okay. So now we will put these values in this equation. So you will get, this implies that our B vector will be equal to, the value of this dP is our mu naught by 4 pi I dl by x square plus r square into r by x square plus r square to the power half integration. I am just erasing this one. Now see, you will get from here this B vector is equal to, you can see that all are constant, mu naught 4 pi x square plus r square, x square plus r square to the power r, only dl is the variable one here, or you can integrate it over only dl, mu naught by 4 pi I r divided by, this will become x square plus r square, this is whole to the power 1 plus half whole to the power 3 by 2 integration over dl. So now if you integrate the length over the loop, then it will, the circumference, it will come 2 pi r. So I am directly writing the integration over dl will be here our 2 pi r. So I am writing it is 2 pi r, and you can see that this pi, 2 pi, here 2 will be cancelled, and you will get this magnetic field is given by mu naught I r square, mu naught I r square divided by 2 whole into x square plus r square to the power 3 by 2 along x axis. So along right there. So this is the expression for magnetic field due to a current carrying loop at any point on its axis, that B vector is equal to mu naught I r square divided by 2 whole into x square plus r square to the power 3 by 2 into I cap. Okay, and the magnetic field will be along the x axis. Let's note it down. The next we will see that if from here we will see that if the question will be that what is the value of this magnetic field at the center of the loop, at the center of the loop, if we are used to find out the magnetic field at the center, that means at the point O, then we have to take this P point, move to the point O. That means at the center of the loop our x will become 0 because the P point will be lying at the center. Then in this ever expression, at the place of x we have to write 0. Then the B vector will become mu naught I r square divided by 2. This term is 0 and this will become r square into 3 by 2. That means r to the power cube into I cap. And you can see that this r square, this will be cancelled. So the B vector will come mu naught I by 2r into I cap. So this is the value of this magnetic field at the center of the loop, center of a circular current loop, mu naught I by 2r into I cap. B vector equal to mu naught I by 2r into I cap is the value of the magnetic field at the center of the current carrying loop. Okay. So this is all about our magnetic field on the axis of a circular current carrying loop. Then next we will see that what is the shape of the magnetic field due to a circular current carrying loop. Very important question. What is the shape of the magnetic field lines due to the current carrying circular loop? So let us consider this as a current carrying circular loop. In this direction, the anti-clockwise direction, the magnetic field, current is flowing, I is flowing. Then the magnetic field which will be produced, its direction will be, or the field lines will be, remember that the field lines which will be produced by a current carrying circular loop is a closed one. So the magnetic field will be like this on either side. It will be like this. And what about its direction? To find out the direction, this will be the also closed ones. This will go, they will become closed. Okay. Then, what about the direction? Now to find out the direction of this magnetic field, you just, by using the right hand thumb rule, you stretch your hand like this and you curl your 4 fingers around the direction of this current, in the direction of the current, and the extended thumb will give the direction of the magnetic field. That means suppose here this one is the loop 1, in this direction current is flowing, so if you curl it, the direction of the thumb is coming in the upward direction, vertically upward. So the direction of the magnetic field is in this direction, vertically upward. Okay, so remember that to find out the direction of the magnetic field, you have to stretch your hand, right hand, like this, like the thumb will be perpendicular to the other 4 fingers. Then you curl the remaining 4 fingers in the direction of the magnetic current, in the direction of the current. Then the direction of the thumb will be the direction of the magnetic field. So you have to remember this value for at any point on the axis, that mu naught I r square by 2 whole into x square plus r square 3 by 2, and at the center it is mu naught I by 2r, and this one is the representation of this magnetic field lines due to a current carrying circular loop. Okay.